Hi, this is Tanya from Love Buddha Tarot, back with the Gemini reading. Gemini full moon reading, yeah, not just the Gemini reading. So I'm going to give it a couple of seconds and see if anybody comes on. It's weird, I haven't done these for a while, so it's I don't know, somebody said that they weren't getting notifications last time that I done one, so I'm just going to go ahead and carry on anyway. Yeah, there's people coming in there. Hi, Deb. Hi, Marianne. Hi, April. Yeah, did you all get notifications? Yeah? Hi, Therese, because there's been a few people saying that on the last one, they didn't actually get a notification saying that I was live. You got one. Oh, thank you, Gina. Oh, that's cool. Yay, there's people coming in. So how's everybody doing? Are you starting to feel the full moon energy yet? It's I have absolutely amazingly it is. It's really, really strong. How's my new place? Absolutely. I love it, Marianne. I love it. And that much so that I'm becoming a little bit of a hermit. I'm not wanting to go outside. I've got every solitary thing that I need here. And it's like I say, it's like my little haven here. Yeah, and this year has been hell. It has, but there's always a reason for that, and we have been put through the ringer. I think a lot of people of a sort of spiritual mindset as well, it's kind of hit us pretty hard. Just as I was sitting today, because like I say, I'm just, I am getting very in hermit mode, but I'm enjoying it. There's nothing wrong with that, so it's almost like hibernating. And I started to get messages through about this Gemini full moon. So I thought, all right, okay. I'm just looking because I was writing them on my phone as I was there. Gemini needs progress, white knuckle year, definitely. Oh, thank you for that, Edwina. It's nice to be back here as well. Yeah. Thank you. If you keep hearing chickens as well, we have a rooster. Well, I have a rooster right outside of my window, and there was just a little chicken fight there before I started, which is really funny. I love them. They're just so bizarre to watch. Oh, thank you for your appreciation, Marianne. The rooster. Yeah. So, so what I was picking up, I mean, obviously I'm not an astrologer and I don't work on, astrological things, but it's like I use Danielle for that. She always keeps me right on things, but I just pick up the messages that I'm getting. And what I was getting with this, I mean, Gemini, it's the twins, isn't it? It's the two sides of us, and I think the duality. And excuse me, I'm writing these because I did write notes on my phone today. So what they're saying is that we are really going to be tested. I feel, yeah, again. So we're really going to be tested, but this is really going to be a breakthrough for us. I mean, things are happening rapidly. I don't know if anybody is feeling the speed at which things are happening, the way we are processing stuff, the lessons that are coming for us. Everything seems very fast paced at the moment. And this was what I was getting off Spirit a couple of years ago. They were saying 2018 is going to be a tough year, but it was going to be a very breakthrough year for us. So, but sometimes, a breakthrough comes when we have a breakdown. And I feel we've all been hit very hard from all sides as well this year. There's been some amazing times, some massive highs, but some massive lows as well. And this is because we're ascending, we're going up vibrationally. And this is why it's things get more intense. So there is an intensity, and especially towards, we're coming up to the end of this year. So, there's still work to do. It's almost like, when you cram in that Christmas shopping on Christmas Eve kind of thing. And this is what I feel is happening to us. Okay. So yes, it's going to be tough, but it's also going to be massively worth it. I mean, the ones that are saying that they've had a tough time this year, if we think about where we were, say, 5 years ago, where we were 10 years ago, where we were 15 years ago, and look at what we've endured in that time, okay? then what we can do is actually be proud, and we can see how it's working for us. We can see how we're stronger. We can see how we have more clarity. We can see how we understand things so much more. So it hasn't all been in vain, you know. And yet the divine feminine balancing her masculine. There's a lot of this going on now. I don't like to do readings about divine feminine, divine masculine. But at the moment, I can't help it because it is coming in so strongly. And it's all those, I got it this morning. I was in the shower and I was getting mental because they were saying it's mental, you know. But what they were saying to me is, because there's a lot of mental stuff going on with this Gemini. And when I say mental, I don't mean crazy. I mean, you know, this is a lot of stuff we're sorting out in our head, if this is making sense. And the mental, they said to me, is mental. So it's now that the masculine is having to find their voice, or they're being called to find their voice, okay? So this is also the masculine within us, but also the masculine sort of on this earth plane. And for us to embrace our feminine side, you know, a lot of times we think to be a strong woman, we have to, you know, be standing out there on the picket lines and, you know, and no man needs to do this for me. I can do it by myself. And yeah, we've fought long and hard to have that right. But by stepping into our feminine role, you know, this is when we can actually gain strength. This allows the masculine to step into their role as well, and it allows them to be strengthened. So there's, can you see how that's kind of working? We've kind of detoured off our path in this fight for being strong, whereas really, you know, we need to go back to that nurturing, to that caring as well. You know, we can still have the high paid jobs, you know, we can still open the door ourselves, but sometimes it's nice to let somebody do that for us. So this is it, you know, we can heal. You know, it's always been, you think women were the creators of the world, women were the healers, women were the nurturers, you know, women were the mothers. And, you know, this is when we need to step into that role, you know, and this is what, you know, they say behind every good man is a good woman, you know, and this is what we're being called to do. And this is where we're showing our strength, not just for the masculine, but for the world and for ourselves, if that makes sense. So I hope it does. Sorry, I didn't think I was going to go off on that one. But yeah, so like I say, we're talking about that this is where we're needing clarity, okay? This is where this Gemini moon is, full moon, is going to sort of press our buttons. It's going to give us questions, okay? So be prepared for that. But think deep and hard about the answers that you give yourself. No, it's not just quick off the, you know, whatever comes to you. It's really think about these. I read a thing yesterday which really blew my mind. And it was saying that, you know, the I that I think I am is just my perception of myself. Yet every single one of you will have a different perception of who I am. My parents will, you know, my child will, my friends will. I'm a different person to everybody. And that really, really messed with my brain. I hardly slept last night thinking about it. And this is what, as well, I think we're being called to do. We're being called to look on what we put out to the world, look on what mask we wear, look on what role we play as well. Because a lot of times we are conditioned and we do what we think we ought to. You know, all of us want love, all of us want approval, all of us want recognition. Even, you know, punks and anarchists and stuff like that, they're looking for it in some way, you know, by kicking back against it. So that is the wake-up call. So yeah, so this is, you know, we're all wanting that. We're all wanting recognition. And sometimes we do what we think we ought to, or what other people want us to do, in order to feel that we belong, or in order to feel worthy as well. So this is what we're being called to ask as well. Who are we really? You know, who are we really? You know, and really take time to think about it. You know, like I could say, oh, I'm a tarot reader, I'm a mother, I'm all of that. but none of that is Tanya. None of that is the real Tanya, you know. So I need to ask, who am I? You know, what I need to ask myself the question. And I think this is what we all need to do. Now, the questions that came up, well, the words that came up from spirit when I was sitting before about this Gemini moon, they were saying, you know, if we're looking, you know, there's a lot of us in turmoil. There's a lot of us in pain at the moment as well. Today I had a friend staying for a couple of days and they've just left. And today I've cried quite a lot, not because I'm sad. I'm crying for other people. There's a great old guy, Harry Leslie, is it Harry Leslie? Yes, sorry, I can't even remember his proper name. And he's an old guy that was a veteran in the UK, and he's on Twitter all the time. He's 95 and he's great, and he's really got his voice and he's using it. And he's very ill at the moment, you know, and it's, you know, he's 95. His time is coming to an end. But I cried because of the impact he'd made on people. You know, I was reading tweets that people were tweeting to him and to his son, and you know, it really made me cry. This guy has made a difference. He's made a change, you know, and he's made that change because he didn't want to see other people suffer in the way he did. And then I had a bit of time on my hands and I watched the documentary about Whitney Houston. And that, again, was so sad. You know, it was really, really sad. It was, you know, this is somebody who on the outside has everything, you know, money, fame, wealth, you know, husband, child, you know, all of this. Yet that person was deeply, deeply unhappy, deeply crying out for love and trying to look in the wrong places for it, you know. And I sat and sobbed watching it because somebody like that, you know, it's almost like she had everything, yet she had nothing. You know, she was very poor in a lot of ways. So this is what I'm saying, this Gemini moon, it's making us look at the world, look at ourselves, you know, look at who we are, look at what is really going on with our life without just going along the conditioning. So what I got here is, you know, people that are struggling, you know, what they need to ask themselves is, are you depressed, or is your soul crying out for a deep rest? Okay. Are you tired of playing the game now? You know, is that what it is, you know, rather than actual physical depression where, you know, you're lacking a certain hormone within your brain? You know, are you depressed, or are you simply repressed? Are you living a life that you know isn't what you were born to do, but you're doing it because of this conditioning, and this is how we're supposed to do it? They said to me as well, we need to ask, are we lost, or are we just choosing the wrong places or people to look for direction in? You know, because that is it. You know, we're never truly lost. A lot of times we don't know where we're going. But sometimes if we've got somebody giving us the wrong signals all the time, or the wrong, you know, telling us the wrong directions, then that can cause us to be more lost. It's not what we're doing. It's we're asking somebody that we think knows best, and then they don't have that knowledge. So this is about where we go inward in our internal compass. Yeah, and compass and conflict, they said there as well. So, you know, this is the conflict the Gemini here. What they're saying there, are you unhappy, or are you in an unhappy environment? So these, can you see where I'm going with this, or where they're going with this? You know, it's all these are deep, deep questions, but they're very, very simple. And they're saying, how many times are we functioning on automatic rather than actually choosing every day to, right, I'm going to live? You know, how often do the alarm goes off, it goes off at the same time. We lie in bed for a couple of minutes, we get up, we go, we have our coffee in the same place, we go about, and it's almost like we're doing it robotic. You know, we're not choosing every morning to say, you know what, I'm choosing to get up at this time. I'm choosing to drink my coffee in there. You know, it's almost like automatic, because that's what we've always done. And this Gemini moon is coming to wake us up to say, if you always do what you've always done, you will always get what you've always got. And this is it, because there is a massive transformation. There is a massive opportunity for transformation to come through at this moment, you know, and especially before the end of the year. But it's, are we going to wake up like the rooster there? Are we going to do that? Or are we going to carry on this treadmill as well? So this is it. And it's saying here, you know, we also need to look at our stories. And the story we tell somebody, it's almost like, oh yeah, I can't do that, you know, and it's, why can't you do that? Maybe because you were told when you were young that you couldn't do that, or you were told that that wasn't good. I remember when my daughter first went to study art, and my grandfather said, but why is she doing art? Why doesn't she do history or something? You know, why does she want to do art? And I said, you know what, Granddad? I said, she will change the world slightly, in a tiny, tiny way, by creating something that didn't exist before she done it. And that has my full backing. Yet because he had lived in these old times, like this poor, you know, war veteran, it wasn't about enjoyment. It wasn't about taking every single moment. You know, it wasn't about anything like that. It was about doing your duty and being a good citizen as well. Thank you so much for that, Haley. Thank you. So this is it, you know. Now, what we're going to do, and what these questions that were telling me as well, is we need to look at the stories we're replaying, okay? And it's, you know, is it, oh, you know, my dad left when I was a child, so this is why I can't have relationships? Is it I had a terrible relationship with my mother, so I can't do that? You know, bad things happened in the past. You know, I'm not dismissing that in any way. But to live in that story is allowing that to still define our life. And this is what this Gemini moon is saying. You know, there's the two sides of us. There's our soul and there's our ego. Our ego will see us as the victim that this has happened to. Our soul is saying, you know what, that happened to us because we had to experience and we had to learn from that experience and we had to move on. So it's which side do you kind of go with, you know? And this is where there is going to be the split, and this is where there is going to be the struggle over this Gemini moon, I feel. But this struggle is worth it because it's breaking us out of our old stories. You know, it's changing, it's rewriting it, it's rewriting our history. It's us saying, you know what, I'm taking control of this pen. This is my story, and I am going to say how it's going to pan out. I'm not going to let that be dictated by anybody else. So like I say, this is a heavy, heavy moon. Sorry, I wasn't expecting this when I came on. And what they're saying is this Gemini moon is really going to awaken our inner healer, like our inner warrior. You know, we can all heal ourselves. We cannot look for somebody else to heal us. We can go to healers or whatever like that, but we must, you know, they can show us the way. They are like guides. We must go internal in order to heal. And this is our inner healer waking up, our inner warrior, you know, to say, look, this is it. You can rewrite your own story. Don't let anybody tell you what you can't do or what you are or anything like that. You decide. This is your choice, okay? And they're saying here, what could happen to a lot of us as well. Sorry, I'm not reading the things. I will read them in a bit, but there's a lot coming through here. And what this is saying is we may actually get quite angry, okay? Because once we start saying, God, we've been living our life. I've been doing that because they said that I had to do that, and because of that, and because of that. And we could get angry with this, okay? What they're saying here is please use that energy elsewhere, because getting angry at somebody in the past is, again, replaying that old story. It's still staying in that victim mode, okay? And the best way to get back at somebody is to get on, okay? So that's it. You know what? You told me I couldn't do it. Watch me, you know, and that is it. And use this fire, because that's what anger is. It's our fire, it's our passion, and use that to drive us forward to live the life we know that we were born to live, rather than the life that somebody was telling us that we had to. So getting angry at them, it's still turning back. So we're turning forward, and this is where we're going, okay? And what this will give us is mental freedom. Because this is it, when our mind is free, our mind can open more to possibilities, okay? When our mind is constantly battling about what has happened and what other people are doing and what they're telling us to do and why we can't do this, we are using up so much of our mental energy. And it doesn't matter how free we are in our lives, we are still a prisoner of our minds and still a prisoner of other people's ideals. So this is about freeing your mind, you know, and like I say, everything's moving very, very fast. So this is very, very intense, what is coming through. So what they're saying here is we need to be in silence, okay? This is what we need. We need to listen without trying to come up with answers in our brain, because our soul will ask a question, the ego will try and answer it, and the ego always knows loudest, okay? The soul, it's quite a whisper. You know, you've got to really, really listen hard to hear what your soul says. So this is about going inward, okay? Using your third eye, using your inner vision, okay? And seeing, right, okay, where do I go? Checking on that internal compass, seeing what isn't right around your life, seeing there is nothing wrong with you, okay? Taking away the labels, you know, taking away the label of, oh, I'm depressed, taking away of I've got this illness, taking away of this is what's happened to me, taking away the, you know, that I'm a victim and life isn't easy for me, taking all of them away and realizing that you are as pure as the day you were born. You have just had experiences. And this is what we came here to do. You know, we are spiritual beings coming here to have human experiences. And when we realize that every experience we've had, no matter how painful or hard it is to actually move us forward so we can raise in vibration and get nearer to the love that we came from and the love that we were returned to, then we see that, right, okay, you know, this isn't anything to be bad. I've actually been gifted. I've been blessed to experience what I have because I now have the knowledge to move on, and I have now grown within that. So I hope that makes sense to some of you there. But this is it, you know, the clouds are parting when we actually decide to part them. Okay. So, wow, that was a lot heavy. They're saying there, return to innocence. Was that an Enigma song or something? Return to innocence? Don't know what that is, but yeah, we've got to return to innocence because that is who we are. We've just had experience. Yeah. So, right. Okay. Now 21 minutes in, I'm going to start the readings for everybody. Wow, that was really deep. Yeah. Wow, you speak beautiful words. Thank you, Tina, but they're not mine. When I sit down to this, I don't know what's going to come out. It's like I say, I pass them on. I just pass them on. You know, it's like I say, I never know. Sometimes they give me a lot, sometimes they don't. So right, I'm going to do readings for all of the star signs here for this Gemini moon and see what they're wanting us, what's going to be challenging, what it is that we can look for, what it's trying to tell us. Okay, so like I say, it is going to be a bit of a struggle, but if we surrender and stop resisting, then we will glide through it, and we will glide through with grace. Yeah. So right, okay. So for Aries, what do we have for this coming moon? It's like source directing to us. Thank you, Marianne. That was spot on, Deborah, was it? You know what? I won't remember it. I'll have to watch this back to see what was being said. Right, okay. Aries. This is interesting. I mean, like I say, I'm talking about this full moon. What this is saying is that your preoccupation with the past and what was has become kind of an addiction. It's really, this is almost like you are giving your power to the past and not believing that you can actually have happy. Now, with Aries, what I'm getting here is, again, this is this masculine feminine thing, but this is very much around relationships, I feel. And it's something that happened within your childhood that has been this burden that has somehow made you feel in some way that you are cursed, that you are destined not to be happy or something like that. It's almost like this is the feeling I'm getting. And what they're saying is because of this belief, and this belief has now become deep-rooted, okay, This is keeping you in the dark, okay, and stopping you from experiencing the light and love that you deserve. Now, what they're saying, this Gemini moon could be quite a psychic moon for you, okay, because there is something connected to relationships, and it's almost like the I don't talk about God a lot because I don't believe in God as such, but it's almost like this hand of God is trying to come down and pull you up to raise your vibration. Within relationships, you're still sitting in this ego, okay? Still sitting in the human experience of this and feeling that in somehow relationships are doomed or they're fated or you're not very good at them or you don't know how to love or you don't know how to be loved or all of these excuses, whatever, and sorry, this isn't me saying excuses, this is what is coming through. But what they're saying is if you tackle your past, if you face it head on and say that was not true, you look at the things that you were told or the things that you've been shown, especially around love, okay, and you look at them and you laugh in the face of them, you will see that they then shrink and they have no power over you, okay, because there is something powerful here for you, okay? Something powerful on the love front and on the self-love front as well. And if you take this opportunity of this Gemini moon, okay, if you let go of the anger and the resentment that you are holding, then this will actually raise you, and it's what's that song? You raise me up. And this is what it's trying to do. This is what is trying to happen for you. There is a purity coming in with this, but you need to let go of the past and especially need to let go of what your idea of masculine and feminine was. Look at the male figures in your life, Aries, that were around when you were young. Look at, were they loving? Were they kind? Were they strong? Were they weak? Were they abusive? Look at the male figures, then look at the female figures and see what roles you were taught when you were young and how them roles have carried on within your life, okay? Because there's a big switch around and it's almost like saying here that you need to let this go, because when you let this go, okay, this is when you can let everything that is coming to you be, and it will be beautiful. What I'm seeing here, it's massively healing, it's loving, it's bright, it's all of that. But you need to step out of your story and see that that was fiction, okay? That was fiction. It was somebody else's story that you were inhabiting. So this is it. It's going to be a big one for you, Aries, I think. Whoa. Right. So I've just pulled a spirit card and look at that. Look at the beauty. And this is coming out of the darkness into that as well. I don't know if anybody can see, but it looks there like somebody's kind of blowing and reaching a hand out there. Can anybody see that? And what this is saying is, dearest one, rest within the light of your soul. Feel my spirit alive within you. The spirit of the goddess, of nature, the earth and the stars. Accept the love and light that we shower upon you. I was talking about the light there. So this is it, this is infinity. This is, you will go on forever, but your story can stop now. And this is what you need to see. So I hope that makes sense there, Aries. Wow, they're really working me because I've had some time off, haven't they? So who do we have after Aries? Gemini. Right, okay, Gemini, what is going on for Gemini? What is going in for Gemini? What is going on for Gemini? Caught you. Did you get my message? I'm still trying to catch up on messages, Cindy. So it will be there. If I haven't replied to it, then that means I haven't got it yet, but it will be there. Right, okay, so Gemini, right, Gemini, it's Gemini moon, isn't it? So obviously, buckle your seatbelt, I feel. What this is saying is you really, really need to retreat, to rest, and to recuperate, okay? I feel it's almost like, I don't know if some of you Geminis had within the past, again, talking about this masculine, I don't know if there was quite a lot of abuse. I don't know if there was drinking. I don't know if there was stuff like that. What I'm seeing here is not nice. I'm seeing fighting, okay? The fighting of some sort. Not really a nice environment here. And what it's saying is it's time for you to stop fighting that, okay? Time for you to stop fighting it. And it's time for you to find your own place, okay? Your own safe place. The past can't harm you anymore, Gemini, okay? This is what it's saying. This is the wake-up call. And you need to find that fire within you. And you need, within that fire within you, you need to sort of like burn the past to the ground, if that makes sense. This is what it's saying. You know, you've got to burn the past. You know, what's that? Burn after reading or something, you know, so it no longer exists. You know, almost put it in a shredder, set fire to it, you know, use it to warm yourself if you want. You know, I've got a wood burner here and I absolutely love it. So this is it. It's almost like loyalty is with you. Spirit are loyal to you, and you do have loyalty around you. So whatever it was in the past, it's time to let this go. This is the thing that the Gemini moon is wanting to show to you, okay? Because only in doing this, when you actually remove the source of the pain, this is when the pain can start to heal, okay? And I feel between now and Christmas is you letting a lot go, but it's letting go of pain, okay? So then it'll be a new year. It'll be fresh. It'll be, you know, it's almost like I'm feeling like fresh, crisp snow there. You know, it's cleansed. There's clarity coming, a lot of clarity of thought for you coming with this full moon. And like I say, a hell of a lot of healing. It's almost like the clouds are parting here. And thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Spring Blooms. I appreciate that. And yeah, so it's almost like you are paving the way, okay? When you allow yourself to feel this pain, and face it and realize that, you know, why fight it anymore? You know, you're in a safe place now. What will happen is it's almost like it will melt away. I'm getting a lot of snow coming through with this, but if we have a look, snow is there, it's prominent, but then it melts away and we forget that it ever existed. And this is what I feel you need to do with your past. You know, you are safe, you are secure. Maybe write things down, maybe write a letter to your past, or maybe write a letter to yourself in the past. You know, at times when you haven't felt strong enough, write a letter to yourself then and see how much you know now, because this is a beautiful card, but it's almost just time. You need to take yourself away, you need to lick your wounds, and then you need to come back, you know, brighter and fresher and clean and cleansed, okay? This is what's coming in for you, Gemini. So I'm going to pull a spirit card for you as well. Well, I'm sorry that these are quite heavy. I wasn't expecting them, but I should have, because this Gemini moon, I think this one wants to come out. Yeah, so this is the journey, and it's a beautiful card. This, again, lots of blues, lots of healing here. And what this says is you are soaring to new heights, experiment and play. Allow your spirit the freedom to explore new and exciting possibilities for your life. Follow the rainbow across the horizon, for a pot of gold awaits. Like I said before, every experience that we have teaches us something, okay? So what this is saying here is, in order to have that rainbow, you've had to put up with the rain. Very cliche, I know. But like I say, look at how beautiful rainbows are, and look at how much we appreciate them. Okay, I always used to send my emails, love and rainbows. And this is it. This is part of your journey. Okay, so you put the past behind and you head towards that pot of gold, and you realize that any tears that you've had, you know, any sort of soul rains that you've had have just been getting you to this beautiful place. Okay, so yeah, it's time to heal the pain and get into pleasure, Gemini. Okay, right, okay, so right, who do we have next? Taurus. God, I'm going to have to turn this heater off. It is so warm in here. I keep forgetting I'm in Ibiza, you know. It's like I'm in this little log cabin somewhere in the winter in the woods. I keep forgetting that it's glorious sunshine outside because I'm just so cozy in here. Right, okay. So we're on Taurus. Taurus. Right, okay, Taurus. Okay, Taurus. Right, okay. Now, what it's saying to you here is get out of your head. Please get out of your head. You know, Taurus, they're always, you know, they're sturdy, they're very strong-willed, they're, you know, they're always that. They can tackle anything. But what they're saying here is, you know, this isn't a time for logic. This is a time for intuition, for you going inward, okay? This is a time for you to start to see the signs, start to allow spirit to light, to light your way. It's like, you know, they're showing you the signs, but you're not seeing them because that doesn't make sense, because this is logical, you know, and this is how I've got to look at things. I've got to be practical, and I've got to, you know, I've just got to put my head down and get through this. And this is saying, no, you don't. What you need to do is get into your feels, get into your intuition, sort of connect with spirit, have that conversation with yourselves as well. You know, look at areas as well where you aren't happy, because I feel in here, Taurus, there are many that don't have the fairy tale. You know, they might have on paper, it might look right, but in here it's kind of not, you know. And it's almost saying that this not having what you want is leading you to where you want, but you have to go higher. You have to go, you know, to your higher self rather than your lower self, which is your logic, if that makes sense. So what this is what it's saying, because what is happening within your head is things are going round and round and round. It's almost like a maypole. Now Taurus is May, isn't it? They're showing me a maypole there, and they're going round, but it's almost like you could climb up. If you climb up that maypole, then you can see from a higher perspective, and you can see that this is just going round and round and round like that. But there is a much bigger, wider space for you to inhabit, if that makes sense. I feel some of you as well, I don't know whereabouts you are, but I really feel water and going barefoot is going to be very, very good for you, okay? Put your feet on the earth. Feet on the earth, if you can put them in water or sand or something like that as well. But it's put your feet in the earth, because this will ground you, but it's almost like it will take you to a higher level, because I feel it's like it's almost like they're showing me nourishment coming right through here, you know, and you will feel connected again, right? Okay, you will feel connected again, because you're that much in your head that it's almost like you've lost that connection. So what Taurus needs to do is really connect. This is connect with spirit. See who is around you that you are connecting with. If you're not connecting, then it's maybe time to start finding new people that you do connect with, okay? And there you go. This one jumped out. And this is a beautiful card, and it says soulmate. And this is saying love, partnership, magnetic attraction between two people, a union. You will discover a deep sense of self through a relationship with another. So this is it, Taurus. You know, you may actually meet somebody new that blows this all open. This month. God, I'm getting such ringing in my ears of spirit there. But it's almost like you need to turn your head off, turn the sound of your head down. It's just white noise, okay? Because there are important connections coming for you when you actually go back and connect to your true self. This will kind of open the door for them, okay? So, but Marianne, if you believe it's your twin flame, then if you understand the twin flame journey, then you just let go anyway, you know, because it is infinite, you know. So it's like I say, that's again, you know, we when we mix our spiritual beliefs with our logical thinking and our human part, this is when we get into confusion. And this is what this Gemini moon is here to teach us. It's the two parts of us, you know. So Taurus, what have we got now? Cancer. Okay, hi Ali Pat. Hi Tanya, great having you with us. Thank you. Okay, so this is Cancer. Oh, there's Hendrix. It's snowing here in New Hampshire. Wow, it feels very snowy today here. It feels like I'm having a snow day. Right, okay. Wow, wow, wow. Who did I say this was? Cancer, yeah? Gemini, Taurus, Cancer, yeah. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. There's a bit of a battle going on. You are having this bit of a battle. And again, this is this masculine and feminine. And it's almost like I feel that you're not learning the lessons yet. And what you are doing, there is somebody within your life, whether this is a partner, whether this is a situation, whether this is where it's almost coming to loggerheads. It's almost like, I want to be right. I want to be right. I want to be right. It's a bit like Punch and Judy. I'm seeing this. Do you know what I mean? And what is it? The crocodile coming up in it. Because it's almost like you're saying, right, okay, I'm not going to move. You know, I'm not going to be flexible at all. This is it. I'm staying in this situation, blah, 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 blah. And then the other person, you know, they are staying in that situation. So there's this stalemate, you know, and it's almost like your life is like a stalemate here. And what it does is it needs to thaw, okay? There needs to be warmth. There needs to be passion brought in. You need to see the signs that are coming for you. You need to see the lessons. You need to see the lessons here. You have to stop trying to protect yourself, because in protecting yourself, you're segregating yourself and you're making yourself kind of unavailable, or, you know, unavailable for connection, you know, not in just a romantic sense, just in general. And what this is saying is you are being, it's almost like being very in your masculine, you know, this is it. It's kind of really getting in your masculine, but being like the not the real definition of masculine, you know, they're like, I'm fighting for myself and nobody's gonna do this to me or whatever. But so it's almost like you're trying to show your strength by being stubborn, if that makes sense. And that is not a sign of strength at all. That is you know, it's being strong is just saying to somebody, right, okay, that's it. I'm not fighting, you know, I don't want to do this. There is somebody who is manipulating you and pushing your buttons as well. And this might actually come out over this full moon as well. It's almost like somebody believes that they hold the keys to your future, and they're wanting you to play along with this game. Now, like I say, this might be where the loggerheads are coming in, but what this is saying is you just speak and you say no. You know, it's almost like you need to confront this person. You need to confront them. You need to say your words are not truth. They may be your truth, but then they're not my truth, okay? Because you know that your real truth is to evolve, to be simple, to get to that higher state of understanding, to get to enlightenment kind of thing, not to be at loggerheads with somebody. That is, what's the point? You might as well be like sort of banging your head against a brick wall. And what they're saying to me here as well is you need to look, this Gemini moon is going to highlight how these people within your life may be reflecting back to you parts of yourself that you don't like, but you're not actually acknowledging. Okay, so it's going to be a bit of a tough one. Okay, this moon's going to be pretty tough, but they're just showing me there. They're showing me the moon, and then they're showing me there's a beautiful shooting star coming after it. Okay, and this is what you need to follow. Okay, the moon, it's almost like you're using the moon to be angry, but don't follow that star, because that star is what will lead you to riches, to your true riches, and also to you feeling like a little bit of a rebirth here as well, Cancer. So sorry, that was really heavy. It's almost like you're being guided, okay? This full moon, something around this full moon is wanting to guide you on a path where the waters aren't as choppy, where you can navigate better, and where you can actually be at peace and have happiness as well. So right, okay, spread kindness. Can you please not, I'm going to block that, because, you know, I'm all for helping other people within their work, but please don't, you know, try and sell work on here, okay? You know, people can find you, you know, and that is all part and parcel of the job. And I'm sorry about that. Like I say, you know, people know I give shout outs to other readers here, but that is when it's done on on my terms, you know. So I apologize if you think that's harsh, spread kindness, you know, but it's you know, it was a little bit disrespectful as well. Okay, so right, okay, this is a spirit card for Taurus. Right, okay, so what this is saying is the union of light and dark, of earth and sky, balancer of anima and animus, the merger of two souls. Acknowledge the masculine and feminine aspects of yourself. Both yin and yang create the perfect balance. And this is what I'm saying, you know, get into your, you know, your masculine, your feminine, feel them all together. This is when you will be whole, and this is when you can actually move through to the next level. This is when you will have learned your lesson, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's Cancer. So Cancer, whoa. Cancer, what have we got now? Leo. Right, 22 likes. I'm seeing a lot of double numbers recently, a lot of double numbers. Right, okay, so Leo, what are we getting? Hey, good morning, Siren Song. Right, okay, so Leo. There's this Gemini moon could bring an ending for you, okay? But this, as I always say, endings are new beginnings. And what I feel is you've been doing a lot of work, okay? Maybe work on yourself, maybe thinking, you know, like I say, this is the yeah, this is work on yourself, but this could be where you're asking yourself questions that you haven't asked yourself before. Very similar to what I said in the beginning of this reading. It's almost like secrets that you have told to yourself or not told anybody could come out now, but it's almost like a coming out, coming clean, you know, and this is a cleansing as well, you know. So it's almost like you've been doing work, which is good, and there's a level of humility has actually came in here, Leo, okay? Now, it's almost like with this, there is a gratitude coming in, which I feel, you know, if you don't have that, you're going to struggle. But it's almost like in order to free yourself from the past, from any restrictions, from anything that has been holding you back, you need to be free, okay? And this is free to be taught as well. A lot of Leos, you know, they like to be the teacher. They know best, you know, they're this strong lion. They can lead others, you know, they will not be led kind of thing. And what this is saying is this Gemini moon, if you haven't done it already, it's needing to say that sometimes there's stuff that you don't know. Sometimes you need to ask advice. Sometimes somebody knows best. Okay, I know there's Leo's there sitting going, all right, you know, not often, but this is what it's saying, you know. This will remove any obstacles that you have, anything that is making you making it hard for you to move forward in life, for you to have ideas, any chains that you have that have been shackling you from moving forward. It's almost like this is where you can, then chains will just disappear. I don't know if any of you have seen the movie Stardust. It looked like that there, what they showed me. And there is a woman in that who is actually by a witch. She is turned into a bird and she has this silver chain on her ankle. And when it comes away, when the magic is broken, the curse is broken, it just falls away from her ankle. And this is exactly what I seen here. So it's saying here that this is time for you to start, time for you to possibly start learning, time for you to possibly start saying, you know, that I don't know it all, you know, and asking for help, and time for you to be free, to allow your light to shine rather than having to be in control of where it does and where it doesn't. So I feel this is a letting go of control and not allowing yourself to be controlled, but maybe allowing yourself to be guided by the universe, okay? Because like I say, this is the Gemini moon. This is our two sides, okay? And the two sides, you know, Leos are beautiful. I often see these lions as like big pussy cats or putty cats, you know? They're all soft and lovely, but then they feel this need to be fierce and strong and aggressive and, you know, kind of confrontational, where it's, you know, you can catch more flies with honey than you can with vinegar. So it's about embracing this softer side of yourself and realizing, you know, that you are not the king of the jungle or the queen of the jungle, you know, because there is a greater king or queen or goddess or, you know, god or whatever you want to call it. Allow yourself to be more playful, Leo, you know. Like I say, cut yourself some slack, and I feel this Gemini moon will help you. Okay, right, okay. Very, very powerful, these messages today. I don't know if you're feeling that they are or not, but whoa, there you go. Kuan Yin, my favorite Buddha, who is actually sitting in front of me there, big tall one sitting on my desk. So what this says is, enjoy the journey of life. Be not afraid of its mysteries. Take a chance and follow your heart. You are guided and protected by Kuan Yin, goddess of mercy, compassion, and transformation. If you've been wavering about proceeding with something that is dear to you, then this is your confirmation. Just do it. Okay? So this is it, Leo. You know, be soft, be graceful, have mercy, have compassion, and you will see how your life will transform. Okay? And you know what? When you let go of control, it actually, it's a relief, because it's hard trying to keep control of everything and everyone. So sometimes by just letting go of that, you know, and allowing that little silver thread to fall is absolutely a massive, massive relief. I know my poor little dog here has been suffering separation anxiety, and I was talking to somebody the other night about it. I mean, he's moved different countries and everything, so it is pretty tough, and he's pretty old. And what they said is he feels he's pack leader, so every time I go out, he is worrying himself sick about what is going to happen to me. So he's like getting himself into this mess because he's, you know, he's my protector and he's got to look after me and all of this. And he's actually making himself quite ill with it, you know. So this is very similar to Leo, you know, when he realizes that I'm a big girl and I'm absolutely fine by myself, then he's got the house to himself and he can be happier and he can rest, which is what you can do as well. Okay, so right, what is this? Who is this? Sorry. Hide user. Right, okay, sorry, I just went off there. Just had to block somebody there. I got a new subscriber. Thank you, Mr. Pro. I've got to be so careful reading people's names now because the last ones were bad. So right, who are we on to now? That was Leo. Virgo, yay, Virgo. Oh God, right, okay. You know what? I've because I've been off work, because I've been moving, because I've been all of that, I've kind of got very into my human head, and I haven't been reading for myself. I haven't been looking. I haven't been anything like that at all. So let's see what's coming up for this. Get him some rescue remedy. Yeah, I've got some stuff like that as well for him. I've got nature's rescue remedy as well. Ooh. Right, okay. So this is for Virgo. Virgo, this Gemini. You made it to the live, Shauna. Way. Right. It all depends, Jacqueline. I mean, I'm relating a lot to my rising sign, which is Libra, you know, but what you will find is different readers you will find, I think, hit on certain signs, you know, so go with which one I feel. I mean, this Gemini moon, it could be between your moon and rising, to be honest, rather than your actual sun, you know, because that's, I think, where, you know, how the world sees us and how we are emotionally. That's what them two both are. And as I said in the beginning of this reading, you know, with what was coming through, it's about, you know, our conditioning or what we feel we've got to be compared to what we really and truly are, you know. So like I say, I would say, you know, maybe moon and rising are very prominent. Okay. Right, so Virgo. Right. Right, turn, turn, turn. What's the song? Turn, turn, turn. For every season. I can't, I'm a terrible singer. There's changes, okay? There's changes coming, Virgo. Big changes. Some of you may have already been through them. Some of you, they may be coming to an end. Some of you, they may just be starting, okay? But this could throw you a little bit. It could throw you a little bit off course, okay? It really, really could. 2 seconds, I just got it. Tanya, I just want to thank you for being my guide teacher on this journey when I started all nothing else. Oh, is it Rachel? Thank you so much for that. Thank you. It's, you know, it's nice to know that people take something from these as well, you know, because I have a lot of teachers within my life as well, you know, who they probably don't know, but they were influential within my journey as well. So, right. So, yeah. So Virgo changes. And it's almost like I'm getting here. I mean, I know it's a little bit too late for Poppy Day. What does armistice mean? What does armistice? Is that a word? Sorry, I'm just looking it up because that's what was coming through there. Armistice meaning. Is this like a stop and fighting? Right, it's a formal agreement to stop fighting, not necessarily the end of the war, but it's allowing it to cease. Okay, cease hostilities while an attempt is made to negotiate peace. Right. Okay. Yay! I love it when they give me. Is there connection there for everybody? Yeah, I'm on 5555. Yeah, is that still there? So, right. So what this is saying is this is a time of, we need to remember. Now, you know, when, I mean, I'm very anti-war, very, very anti-war. And you know, I won't. I offended somebody the other week because they wanted me to get a poppy and I wouldn't. And I just thought, I'm not even getting into this, you know, because I feel wearing a poppy, my beliefs are that we remember the bloodshed, which everybody says that is what we're meant to do. However, what we can do is the way we can honor those that fought and died, you know, for our freedom and our liberty, is to promote peace in the future. Okay, and I feel with these cards, it's to promote peace in the future as well. You know, for ourselves. So it's, you know the term, they say, what is it, like fighting for peace is like fucking for virginity. It doesn't work. You know, if you want peace, you peace for peace. You don't fight for peace. Okay, and this is what I feel it is telling you to do now, Virgo. This is saying, okay, look back at the past, but you don't need to fight anymore. There has been enough pain and enough bloodshed. You know, I mean, they're using bloodshed in this turn as well. You know, there has been enough of that you know that is not what you want anymore. So to go into your future fighting is not what you need to do, okay? And that's what this moon is coming in to tell you that you don't need to do. You need to let your masculine side go, okay? Because you don't need to fight it anymore. You know, these changes are happening, you're evolving, okay? And we can't stop that. But you are changing because of what has happened. And this is the beauty in it. This is the golden gift. It's almost like this is what is it? What did you call the thing on the Wheel of Fortune? I mean, I know the Wheel of Fortune is a tarot card, but they're showing me the old Wheel of Fortune with the click, click, click thing on it. You know, and this is it. And it's almost like there is new life coming for you because of this fighting or bloodshed or what you have lost. Okay, so this is a time for you to start again and to gain. Now, this is what this moon is saying to you. You don't have to fight. You don't have to be ferocious, okay? This is it. It's not about fighting. This is your strength, and you will move forward here by worshiping. Sorry, this is really, really bizarre. So this is saying it's almost like honoring the moon. Okay, you haven't got to be scared of the moon. You know, a lot of people are scared of the moon and they're scared, oh, what's it going to bring up? This is saying this moon needs to be honored by you. You need to sit outside of it. You need to thank it for everything that you've been through. You know, you need to thank it for illuminating your way. You need to thank it for the fear that you've had, because that fear that you've had, you've been able to recognize what fear is, and you have been able to push, or you will be able to push through it and get into a space of love. Because that is when you will be a success, okay? This isn't about money in the bank. This isn't about anything. You know, if you stand there still fighting this battle, Virgo, you know, you're not getting success there. You're not getting recognition. What you will do is see, you know what? The whole world is fighting, and I'm here loving, you know, and I am here loving my life. I am here loving having this grateful life, and I am honoring and giving gratitude every day for the gifts that are bestowed on me. I am not going to focus anymore on the damage that has been done. Okay, when you have this, it's almost like, you know, hark now, hear the angels cry. This is it. This is when you're going to give yourself self-respect. You're going to feel this. You're going to gain it from other people. When you start honoring yourself, you will get honored. Okay, the universe will honor you as well. And this is saying you are being carried here. You are being elevated. It's almost like they're saying to you, allow these changes to happen. You know, if you wiggle about and you don't, you know, you're not going to let them. You're not going to be solid and sturdy. You are being carried here, okay? And you are being sort of carried to this time of peace, of regeneration, okay? When new life can grow, where it's beautiful, okay? It's beautiful. You are at peace and you are where you want it to be. So this moon is coming in to give you massive, massive gifts. So please sing to it, you know, do whatever you can, because this is quite a magical, magical time for you, Virgo, you know. And like I say, it's almost like, you know, get yourself there, Virgo, get your high heels on, you know, get that red lipstick on and strut into this new moon, because it's almost like, you know, Virgo the Virgin, fuck that, you know. And it's like, you know, you really need to get your sass on, because you know life is going good for you and life loves you, you know. So get that sexy swagger on, sway them hips and walk into it with confidence. No more shying away, no more being this little, you know, oh yeah, I'm all demure and I can't do this and I don't like the fighting. It's like, yeah, I don't like the fighting, but, you know, this is it. I'm not fighting. I'm just like, you know, a fighting for my right to party kind of thing. You're going to enjoy life. And it's almost like it's almost like New Year's Eve. I can see like sort of the ticker tape balloons and everything coming up. This is your time to shine, okay? And this moon is going to help you, Virgo. So I hope that makes sense. Wow, these are heavy now. Like a ball that's been caught, just waiting to be released. Yeah. Celebrating you in your magical castle. You look refreshed and nets on Fritz everywhere. Yeah, it's you know what, this place is so tiny. I said to my friend the other day, it reminds me of a caravan, you know, when you're in a caravan, because it's so small, but it's fantastic because I can do the housework in like 20 minutes and I have everything in a place. And, you know, although I'm Virgo, I'm not the most organized. So I really, really am here. You know, I'm loving this. Yeah, this is it, Virgo. It's like shine. It's almost like you're getting your wings, you know. This is it. Right, okay. Are you encouraging us to sleep around? No, I'm not at all, Jacqueline. But a lot of people think Virgo was the Virgin, but Virgo was actually the woman who wouldn't be owned. That was it. She would be owned by neither man nor woman. Okay, so no, I'm not encouraging you to sleep around. If you want to do that, by all means do it. Be careful and make sure you're doing it for the right reasons as well. Please don't use somebody else's body as an emotional itching post for you, because, you know, we have auric energy and it can, you know, never sleep with anybody you wouldn't want to be. That's what I say. No, I wasn't offended. You know, I was just it gave me a chance to say that there. Right. Okay. Right. Yeah. Yeah, no, I wasn't offended at all, Jacqueline. It takes more than that to offend me, believe me. You want to see my daughter was sending me last night the pictures. My daughter's doing an art project and she's doing it on power, and she's somehow got around to porn and stuff like that. And she's sending me these images going, what do you think of that, Mum? It's kind of like, right, this is quite a quite a strange conversation to have with my daughter. But I was an artist, you know, I was an artist myself, so I get it. And I ended up giving her some tips on it, which it's right. Okay, I shouldn't have gone down that route. So, right, a spirit card for Virgo, please. Right. You've got a troll, have I? Another one. Wow. Wow, I like it. I tell you what, I'm just going to get rid of them. I really can't be bothered today. There you go, gone. Right. No. Right, okay. So, right, this is Virgo, spirit card for Virgo. Whoa. Right, there's too many of them coming out there. Sorry. Right, okay. Ground, Virgo. All right, I think I have some moderators, don't I? Don't I? Is there not anybody that was moderators? I thought there was. If somebody wants to be a moderator, you can be a moderator, but I don't know how to make you one. Right, okay, so come on, Virgo, spirit card. Right, whoa, there you go. Right, so this is saying there is hope. Don't give up now. Have faith, trust. The forces of love are at work behind the scenes. Expect a joyous and positive outcome. Now, I feel I can't even remember what was Virgo's message there. It was the information just come through. Whatever it is, this is good. Okay, there's a positive outcome coming. This is all being aligned. This is you just resting back. You know, again, I was talking there about my daughter's pictures. It's quite similar to some of them, although a lot cleaner. This, but this is it. It's almost like, you know, be you, be who you want to be, you know, be aligned, allow yourself to find the strength within you as well, okay? Because that is when you start to shine, when you are being authentic, you know, and you are being sassy and stuff like that. That is when you step into who you truly are, okay? So, like I say, I think this is going to be a good weekend, this one, Virgo. So, it's Virgo. What do we have now? Libra. Oh God, I'm dying for a cigarette. I forget how long these take. Right, okay, so Libra. Ooh, right. Okay, Libra. Right, there could be war. There could be war coming in for you, Libra. Now, I know you are the peacemaker. I know that, you know, you sit on the fence and you don't like to rock the boat and everything, but boom, it's like you're putting your foot down this new moon. Okay, there is something about your security. Something about your security that you can't. It's almost like you can't keep your mouth shut any longer. You can't toe the line any longer, okay? You know that there's going to be changes. You know there's got to be changes. And you know that you have to implement them. It's almost like this moon is going to show you the bigger picture of everything, okay? Realize where you haven't been in control of who you are. Why be this sitting on the fence is actually allowing others to dictate your future, where you're going, you know, in all aspects as well, you know, and how this is not making you secure. What it's doing is it's keeping all of your plans on hold. So you are either not planning, or, you know, you may be planning but not doing, or you may be just going along with somebody else's plans because it's easier, okay, for your future. This is all about cutting yourself free, being like a bird. I'm almost seeing you flying here, okay, finding your wings as well. And I feel this could come up against opposition in some way, okay? But I don't know why I'm getting tribal here, okay? Really, it's almost like you're turning into this tribal warrior. I really don't know what tribe this is, but it's shown me this, like, you know, and like I say, this isn't about fighting, but this is about, you know, really exerting your strength. So I really feel you're stepping into the masculine here, Libra, and it's almost like, you know, you know what you're going for, you know, you're going in, you are determined, you know, this is what's, I mean, we Gemini moon, it's the two sides of us. Like I say, most people see the softly side of you. This is just saying, you know what, I'm taking no shit, you know, this is it, you're really coming in hard, I feel. And it's almost like if somebody doesn't like this, or if somebody doesn't want to hear what you're saying, you're just like, poof, that's it. It's almost like putting that shield up and the words bouncing off it. You know, there is no stopping you here. You are not going to have anything that is negative. You are not going to have any negative words, any negative thoughts, any negative at all. It's almost like you are going to dance to the beat of your drum. I can see a lot of tribal coming in here, a lot of chanting and things like this, but there's massive changes, and this is you. It's like the fire inside of you is starting, okay, in a good way, and you know what you want for your future, okay? You want this security, you're going to go and get it, you know, and you want, it's almost like I feel here, it's like it's almost like some of you could be going to Hawaii. It's almost like I'm seeing this, you know, this lovely sort of chilled existence, you know, flowers in your hair and stuff like that, you know, but security coming with that. And it's almost like I feel you are being guided. There could be something to do with sacred geometry with some of you as well, Libra. I don't know why that is coming up, but they've just shown me that. And it's almost like there's a massive wisdom, a big wisdom coming for you, a big bolt of wisdom. And what we're getting here with the spirit card is saying healing, positive transformation is occurring on a soul level. The answer to your question is yes. So whatever it is you've been asking, Libra, okay, this is saying, you know, you're being given it with love. This is showing you a reflection of who you truly are. If we look at this moon, this sun here, it's, you know, it's so powerful. It's very like the solar plexus. And this is what I'm talking about. You are reclaiming back your power, okay? If anybody's taking your power from you, then that isn't coming from love. So you are reclaiming your power. You are reclaiming that back from your birthright, which is love, okay? No more looking for pennies for security. Your security comes within your empowerment, okay? And this is it. It's like I say, there is no stopping you, Libra. So, wow, yeah, really powerful one there. Right. What have we got now? What have we got? Libra, what's up there? Libra, Scorpio. Enlightened energy course in Hawaii. All right, wow, cool. These really take it out of me. I love doing them. I love doing these lives, and it's been such a while since I've done a full moon reading, but I'm really enjoying it. I might have to do them in 2 parts, though, because, like, see, I need a cigarette. Right, okay, so Scorpio. What I forgot. What's this moon for Scorpio? I'm loving these readings today. Is anybody else really liking them? Yeah? Right, okay, Scorpio. I know I can, but I don't like to, love. I you know, it's not very good, and I know that had my mother was alive, she would absolutely kill me if she seen me smoking on camera. She hated it. So, right, okay, Scorpio. I feel like it could be a little bit of a battle for you, okay, over this full moon. It could be a little bit of a tough one, but please hang in there, because it's almost like it's wanting to carry you out of a situation, or it's wanting to elevate you and support you, this moon. Okay, this Gemini moon is really wanting to support you here, but it feels like whatever you're doing seems to be up against opposition. Okay, it's either opposition from other people or it's opposition from yourself. So I really feel you're being a bit hard on yourself, Scorpio. Okay, you could be, you know, digging your heels in, not talking nicely to yourself, saying quite hurtful stuff, you know, not getting clear on what it is you really want, thinking about other people, and you know, and it's all got you in this bit of a state of confusion. Okay, and it's almost like I feel like you are in mud or like in treacle. Whatever you're trying to do, it's really kind of hard for you to actually you know, get to it. It's like, you know, everything you're trying to do seems to be coming up. It seems to be sticky. Okay, this is what I'm getting. But what they're saying here is it's because you are not balancing your head and your heart together. Okay, one of them is taken over here and one of them is slightly out of balance. What they're saying is this moon and the star alignment, and I don't know what the stars are at the moment, especially in Scorpio, but there's something to do with the stars, and it's almost like this is actually working for you so that you can actually have a brand new beginning. Okay, there is a completion of something, there's a closure of something, there is success coming for you, and it's almost like the end of a cycle. Okay, there's something new coming for you where it's life is going to flow so much better. Okay, it's gonna flow, you're going to be at peace. It's almost like there's going to be a lot of emotions, but these are nice emotions, not like sort of dark and emotions that are going to cause you pain. But this moon, it's almost like pushing you out of your own way in order to get in this flow, because what I'm seeing here is it's almost like you've got stuck, and you've got stuck in this mud, and this muddy, murky place where you're trying desperately to move on, but it's kind of like, you know, nothing's happening. It could even be a bit like more quicksand, you know, rather than anything. So allow this moon to, like I said it was going to carry you. It's almost like allow this moon to push you out of this. So whatever comes up, whatever feelings of confusion, whatever sort of battles you have with other people, whatever battles you're having with yourself, okay, just try and resist them. Try and let them be, acknowledge them and say, right, okay, that's interesting. Okay, but I'm looking for somebody to push me through it. If you try and fight these or fight others or whatever, it's going to keep you stuck in the mud. You know, it's almost like you're a mud wrestler here, you know, and that isn't what you want to be. You want to be out there where it's shining. You want to be baking in that glorious sunlight, which is coming for you. Okay, so it's just allowing these feelings, not getting lost in them, not chasing them or anything like that. Okay, just allowing them to be, allowing them to come up, you know, and you will find that this moon will help them pass. Okay, so like I say, this moon is pushing you forward, Scorpio. Please allow it. Please allow it. Okay, because it's almost like, don't get into anything, don't let anybody press your buttons, don't let anything at all, because that's what they're kind of wanting to do. People are wanting to trigger you, but it's almost like you want to be that trigger and that gun so that you're going forward. So, right, spirit card for Scorpio. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Right, so this is saying, follow your natural instinct, Scorpio. You are making the current issue more complicated than it needs to be. Trust in the universe and allow your intuition to guide you. You are always safe. And this is it. It's just letting yourself go a little bit, you know, letting yourself be guided, you know, not getting into a battle within your head, you know, or a battle within anybody else. You know your natural gut instinct and trust that. But make sure that it's your gut instinct that you're working on rather than your ego, okay? Because them two can often get mixed up here, you know. And it's like I say, yeah, there's a lot to come for you. There is a new cycle here, and it's almost like what was hidden by smoke screen is going to be revealed, okay? Look for the signs, look for signals as well. I feel like I say signals and the stars are going to be very important for you as well, Scorpio. Okay, so who do we have now? Yeah, I'm back on that spiritual bike. I think I'm doing spinning on it. Honestly, that's how I feel today. How would you feel the moon, Tanya? I don't know. You just feel it. It's not something you can learn. I don't think it's something you instinctively do. But I think that's like, how do you feel? You know, you sit with your feelings. You notice them. You stop the distractions, and you kind of see. You check in, and you're like, how am I feeling today? You know, have I got any tightness? I've got a lot of tightness in my back at the moment. I desperately need a massage. I'm going to have to sort this out this week. But yeah, so it's like, check in with your feels, get to know your feeling, and then you will feel that when the moon comes, you feel different, and then you will start to see, you know, how you feel different. You might feel a little bit more restless, you know. A lot of times restlessness comes in with the moon. Emotional, you might feel more emotional, you know, like if you know, just before your period, when you can feel really emotional, you know, you notice changes like that with the moon. But, you know, nobody can teach you how to do it. You just need to get in tune and in touch with yourself. And then once you do that, you know, then that's how you're more in touch with your emotions, your feels, right? I'm a guy, Virgo, feeling these moons pretty intensely. What's up with that? Nothing's up with that. That's what they're meant to do. That's what they're meant to do. We're meant to feel them, you know. We're meant to feel them. If you have a look up Virgos, I can't remember what Virgos, you know. And, you know, this is the thing as well. If you're a guy, then this is great, because this is what the guys are having to do, get into their feels as well. So if you're feeling it, it's like, yay. Check on your masculine suit. Right, okay, so Sagittarius, yeah, Sagittarius. Right. Right, Sagittarius, this is interesting, okay, because this is, for you, this moon, I feel, is going to bring up a lot about your home, a lot about your environment, a lot about where you feel at home, okay? Now, like I say, home doesn't have to be a place, it's a feeling. And it's almost like, I feel some of you may want to sort of, with this moon energy, you might want to run away and, like I say, be in a log cabin somewhere with a fire and, you know, hot chocolate and marshmallows. There's this real need for this comfort, this safe place, this womb, like, you know, I called my little house the other day, I called it a little love room. And this is the feeling that I'm getting with this, because it's almost like, I feel, whatever it is, there's a boredom within you, okay? It's almost like you need something to spur you on, and it's almost like taking this time out. You know, when writers go away to, you know, to write, and they go, you know, like in this remote place just to write. This is the feeling that I'm getting with you, Sagittarius, here as well, because it's almost like there is something you're having to turn your back on, okay? And you know this. And this moon is gonna is gonna really highlight this. It's almost like a new dawn, a new day, you know, and I'm feeling good. So there's big changes coming for you, kind of out of the dark into the light. And it's almost like, where you felt you were secure in the past, you could have this yearning for that, this yearning for home. But it could be a home of yesteryear, it could be a home of childhood, it could be a home. It's more the feeling that you're looking. And what they're saying is, here, by looking back too much, you can forget where that is in the future, or you cannot see it, okay? So what they're saying here is, this is coming for you, your security is coming for you. There is a place, it's almost like there is a place there for you, where you're going to feel this security, where you're going to feel this support that you want, okay? But by still looking back to the past and thinking, I had that then, and I haven't got it now. You're coming from a place of lack, and you could miss what is being presented to you. Okay, so it's almost like, you know, where was your home, where you felt safe then, may change, because everything changes. Okay, like I was devastated when I moved over here because I didn't end up living where I thought I was going to be living, and I was like, oh no, what's happened? And then I get given this, which is like a little hobbit house. It's like, and I actually said the other day, this is my favorite place I have ever lived in my life, you know, even my family home or whatever, you know, but I would have avoided this, you know, and stayed somewhere where it wasn't suitable. So this is what I feel is coming in. This is what this moon is gonna come in for you. Okay, so don't get bored. Don't think that this is it. You know, there is a lot more to come for you. There is an opportunity being given to you soon, Sagittarius. Yeah, okay. But it's when you leave this past behind, okay, and stop yearning for something that was. So there might be something come up that might make you revisit the past a bit, but revisit it and then release it, because there's better on your future. It's almost like there's golden skies there for you. Okay, you don't have to sacrifice your happiness just because you're changing or growing older. That's what it's saying. Okay, so I don't know if that's a thing. You're thinking of what you've lost or what you've give up rather than what you have to gain. Okay, so I'm going to pull a spirit card for you. I hope he is a creature of habit, but he doesn't like change. God, I couldn't be with. I mean, I'm so sporadic in my, you know, my plans. I never go to plan or anything like that, you know. So I'm, yeah, when people are around me, they need to be flexible, I think, and more spontaneous. Okay, so this is, who's this? Is this Sagittarius spirit card? Yeah, is yours like a little hobbit house as well? Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa! These are flying all over today. Yeah, I'm not here permanently, but this is exactly what I need at this time. Exactly what I need at this time. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Right. Okay, there's too many coming out here. Sorry about this, Sagittarius. Come on. You might get an important letter, Sagittarius. Okay, there's something in your mailbox. You know why I said mailbox? Because I don't use my name in a hobbit house. Right, okay, come on, Sagittarius. We need a spirit card. Come on, spirit. I think they're just doing this on purpose to keep me here longer. I've done what? It's nearly an hour and a half. All right, okay. This one's an out of the blue one for you. When I said about stability and being bored, it looks like you're not going to be bored. It always reminds me of when there used to be power cuts as well. I reckon there used to be like a surge in energy during power cuts. So what this is saying is an influx of sexual energy is coming your way. Embracing both the masculine and feminine aspect of the self creates wholeness. It's safe for you to express your sexuality in whatever way you choose, provided you do it lovingly. Now, that comes back. I don't know who was it that I actually spoke to about that. I literally just said something similar to that about 2 readings before. So, yeah, this is... yeah, so this, again, you know, this is the masculine and feminine as well, you know, and it's not just on our mental side, it's on our physical side, it's on our sexual desires, it's on our pleasure, you know, it's not just our solar plexus, it's actually our sacral chakra as well, you know, which is all connected to our sexuality. And there is a big thing. I mean, I'm right. Okay, this is going off on another thing now. You know, there's a big thing about, you know, how people see sexuality now and what they see as feminine and what they see as masculine. And there's a big blur, you know, and we need to take it back to being this sacred act that it used to be, you know. And I don't want to go too much into this because this is a full video within itself, you know, but it is, I mean, it's, you know, when we sort of connect in that way with somebody, it is a very, very sacred act. And sometimes it isn't taken seriously, you know. So what they're saying here is, I feel, you know, to embrace both your masculine and feminine side with this, you know, that is going to give you kind of the whole picture. And then if somebody else is in that same place as well, well, then this is where you get the fireworks. So you may have been having a little bit boredom, Sagittarius, but I think there can be fireworks there. And this is a real, you know, I mean, wow, right, okay, they're coming in with more now here. Right, okay, so we can live with people for years, okay? And we cannot really know them. We can share our body with them. We can share our bed with them as well, and still not know them or what their real desires are, or what their physical desires are. And I find it quite strange that people can be that intimate with somebody, yet they then are scared to ask questions, or scared to talk about, you know, their wants and needs, or their likes and preferences, or fetishes, or whatever like that, you know. And this is it, you know, we can do the physical act, but when it gets down to the vulnerable act, you know, then this is where we can, you know, we can often hold back for fear of being judged. Whereas I feel with this, in some way, this is saying to Sagittarius there that it is safe, you know, because that is a part of you. And sometimes explaining is an intimate gesture as well, you know. So right, okay, don't know why that came in, but there you go. Good on you, Sagittarius, you lucky ducks. Right, okay, my twin flame has a sex addiction. All right, you know, a lot of addictions are just like trying to bury something else, you know. That's what they're doing, you know. So the addiction will be a byproduct of something else that they're trying to mask, you know. And it's like drink or drugs or anything like that, you know. We try and fill that void, and it just doesn't work, you know. We need to yeah, well, what is it? You'll not find peace where you're looking for it, you find it where the war is. So it's going straight into the cause of that, you know. Right, okay, so who was that? Was that Sagittarius? So who have I got now? Capricorn. Yeah, it totally is, Haley. It's a hole in the soul. Right, okay, so Capricorn. Right, okay, Capricorn. This is... let me get with this. You're going to have a bit of a battle this new moon between your head and your heart again, okay? Very similar to Taurus, I feel here. Because you are also very logical, okay? And I'm rubbing my head here because this is... It's almost like... Trust whatever you are thinking. It's like your intuition is trying to knock for you at this moment, okay? There is some idea that is going to come into your future that is to do with your security or to do with work. And it is trying to move you on. Now, this might be a completely different career change. It might be something completely like 180 to what you're doing. But it's something that I feel you will feel it in your heart, okay? But it's like your head is banging and banging and banging, telling you not to do this, okay? But for some reason, there is something around you where you are not following your heart, okay? And I don't feel this is in a romantic sense. I feel this is more in a creative sense and a career sense. This is talking about you. So there could be an offer made or something come up this new moon that is trying to push you on a different path career-wise, okay? And what you need to do here is you need to go with how does it feel within your heart rather than how does it feel within your head. Because on paper, it might be a risk. It might look terrible. It might look like it's going to crash and burn. But if you feel it in your heart and follow it, it's almost like this is when you're going to be catapulted into success as well. You know, it's like the stars are shining on you here. You are being guided massively. But if you turn off your intuition too much, you're not going to see it, okay? There is something, and it's almost like I feel here, there's like... you are being, it's almost like Willy Wonka here, you are being given a golden ticket, okay? A golden ticket to something. And this is very, it's massively destined, this Capricorn, hugely destined. And this is your test. It's like a final test for you. Are you going to follow your heart, or are you going to stick with logic? Okay, and like I say, Capricorns, you know, they're mountain goats. They like their feet sort of firmly on the ground as well. But this is saying, you know, you can think about it later, because there will be a lot of time for thinking to do. But it's this, are you gonna, you know, this Gemini, head, heart, head, heart. It's almost like a game show where it's right, you've got a, you know, I can hear the clock ticking with this, but I feel if you stick with your heart, wow, things could explode for you in a fantastically good way. And there could be so much. It's almost like you could be taken to paradise in some way. I don't know why they're saying paradise, but yeah, it's paradise. Paradise, yeah, like Paradise City or something. Yeah, so fantastic, that fantastic. You know, you're strong enough to do this. It's almost like, yeah, this is a glimpse of what's to come for you. So this moon is your friend, man. This moon is your friend. Please don't dismiss this moon's energy, Capricorn. Right. Come on, Capricorn, spirit card, please. Oh, wow, too many of them came out there. If there's more than two, I don't read them, so sorry about that. Right. Come on. Right, Capricorn. I always let one of these jump out, because these are always jumpers, these cards. Can't wait for Pisces. Yeah, two more, and then we've got Pisces. No, yeah, Pisces is the second last one. Right, there's two. Right, okay. So what this is saying here is, Capricorn, you are awash with unexpressed emotion. Say exactly what you feel. It's safe for you to speak your truth. And then what you get is magic, blessings, and transformation. A blessing in disguise is coming your way. Keep an open heart and an open mind, okay? So this is what it's saying to you. You know, it's this logic. Let these emotions out. Stop blocking them with your logic, okay? This will open you up to magic, okay? So like I say, don't keep your mind embroiled in what has gone on or what you should logically do. But, you know, keep your mind free so that new ideas can be planted in it, okay? So, right. All right, okay. All right. Yeah, looks like that Capricorn and Taurus in the same boat, Cindy, yeah? Very similar readings. Right, okay, so who do we have now? Aquarius. Aquarius. Come on. Right, okay, Aquarius. Right, okay. First thing I want to say to you here, Aquarius, is rejection is protection. Okay, sorry, my head is going absolutely berserk there. so much coming down. Yeah. So this is saying, Aquarius, okay, that rejection is protection. I feel there could be something here that actually you may go for that might not come your way, okay? It's almost like it's going to be taken from you. And I want you to know that there's a huge gift in this, because if you got what you're wanting over this new moon, there wouldn't be room for what you're going to get. And what I feel you're going to get, it's like, woof, more than you ever expected, okay? There's a real it's almost like this moon is showing a lot of potential for you. It's almost going to, like, the synchronicity. It's going to make you believe in magic. It's almost going to be too good to be true. Okay, this is how you feel about what this moon is. It's almost like I feel here that this could be like, I know this sounds really bizarre, and everybody that knows how I read is I try and keep the woo-woo out of it. I'm just, I've got a lighter there just to try and burn this. I try and keep the woo out of it, but this is almost like this new moon is a portal for you, okay? A portal for you to go through to find your freedom, a portal for you to explore new and hidden dimensions. So be careful of your dreams, for you to transmute pain in this portal. It's almost like when I'm getting the feeling of this, right, the energy and everything, it's like a little bit like Doctor Who, you know what I mean? It's almost like the aliens could come in night and completely cleanse your brain and then put you in bed and you're like, whoa, what happened there? That's not going to happen, but this is the energy that I'm getting through with this. But this is like, it's almost trying to cleanse you of your past, cleanse you of past choices that were not for your highest good, past choices that caused you pain as well. So it's almost like it's like a fast rewind to then put you forward. But there's a massive freedom in this, and it's like time, and it's phone calls. Okay, there's going to be a phone call. This phone call could be about something for the future, or it could be going back in time or something like that. Okay, but there's so much happening. You, this full moon, I feel, Aquarius, you will find out that something that was very painful to you in the past, it's almost like you will find out why that had to happen. It will make sense. It will suddenly all fit together, and you're like, right, okay, now I get it, you know. And then that is when you can start healing, because you realize how precious that pain that you felt was. That makes sense. Yeah, wow. That was a heavy one. Yeah. Mistletoe and wine. I mean, it's not Christmas yet. Mistletoe. There's mistletoe. Don't know why they're showing me mistletoe for Aquarius there. Mistletoe. Right, okay, spirit card for Aquarius, please. Yeah, your pain was precious. Right, okay. This is we've had this one already. This could be a relationship again, Aquarius, okay? And I'm seeing this portal, and like I say, there could be something from the past. So this is saying the union of light and dark, of earth and sky, balance of anima and animus, the merger of two souls, acknowledge the masculine and feminine aspects of yourself, both yin and yang, to create the perfect balance. And then your other one here is faith, and it says, there are no obstacles in your way. Follow your heart. The path is safe. The way ahead clear. Have faith. So I think there's something to do with pain of love, which this new full moon, you're going to see why this pain was actually important. Whether that pain was to move you forward, whether this pain was in order to repair, or whether this is to take you to something else, okay? But it's to do with relationships, I feel, for you, Aquarius, okay? Right, everybody's going, I know, I'm sick of it myself now. I'm like, 1 hour, 42 minutes. Right, so this is the last one. Yeah, I just want to say, when people are on there as well, if anybody does want a personal reading with me, December is fully booked already. I have next week free. That's all. There's some availability next week, and if people don't get that, then it's going to be in the new year before I can actually read. I didn't realize how little time we had, so there's 1 week left of readings, which is next week, and then, like I say, there's nothing more available until mid-January. So if anybody does want a personal reading, please just click the link below, go to lovebuddhatarot.com, where, you know, there is availability, I think, for some of the other girls on there if you want a different style of reading. But yeah, for, like I say, for this, it's kind of, you know, you've got next week to get me, and I'm so sorry about that, but that is, it's a lot has been booked when I've been away. So right, Pisces, 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 Pisces. Really feel, Pisces, this is you getting your, really getting your like creative vibe on this moon. It's almost like I feel a little bit, I feel that there's a little bit here of, there could be partying, there could be, you know, I'm getting a little bit like kind of underground club feeling here, you know, sort of, you know, intoxication. This is what I'm getting this moon. It's so, some of you may drink too much, some of you may go somewhere where you didn't normally venture or something, but it's cool. It's cool, but it's like, wow, you know, this is a little bit different to the norm, okay? But, or you may actually find yourself getting attracted to somebody who is not your normal type of person that you would normally go for. Like I say, this is the Gemini moon, okay, and we're talking about our two sides, but it's almost like your opposite side is going to come forward here. So where in the past you may have gone for somebody that's quite reserved, somebody that has a good job, you know, this logical side of Gemini, you might go for somebody who's like, so, you know, don't know, somebody who's kind of a musician, somebody who's in the circus, somebody who's something completely unconventional and completely against what you would normally go for. But it's almost like you need to, what's happening here is, it's almost like this moon is opening up a whole new way of seeing for you, Pisces, as well, you know, and where you have been, sorry, Pisces. Sorry, I've got a weird sneeze going. Where you have kind of been bored and got on this treadmill of life, it's almost gonna woof, you know, it's gonna catapult you, you know, into a different way of life, or meeting different people as well here, you know, because there's a lot being given to you. But I really do feel that those Pisces who, you know, Pisces, whether you're taken, whether you're in a relationship or whether you're not, okay, this could be a real big time of you kind of being attracted to somebody else. There could be temptation there if you're already in a relationship, you know, but remember, this moon is trying to highlight us. For those who haven't watched the beginning of this, when I'm talking about, you know, the spirit messages that I was getting about this time, this Gemini moon, you know, if you're finding an attraction to somebody else and you're with somebody at the time, this could be one of your questions that you need to ask yourself, okay, are you in safe or are you in love? Because, you know, there's some heavy questions coming out for us this Gemini moon. And I really feel, you know, there's this sense of like wild abandon coming in for you, Pisces, you know, in a really good way, where it's almost like you're going to feel freer than you have in a long time. Okay, this is it. This Gemini moon is coming to free you to completely be yourself, whether that's weird, eccentric, or what. It's like, go out and find the other weirdos, you know, because this is, it's almost like they're calling you home here. And I feel that is where you will be happy, you know. There seems to be a lot of dancing, so I don't know if there's parties or anything like that, but yeah, I really feel this moon is it's quite a deep one for you. I'm almost getting like, I don't know, it's I don't want to say the sex, drugs and rock and roll. It's not. It's more mysterious. It's more like, you know, one of these little clubs that you just have a secret knock to get in, you know, and you see all this, like, there's some weird and wonderful people, you know, there to kind of get away from the crowd. Yeah, wow. So, right, okay, so this is the last one. Okay, I'm just gonna delete them again. You know, why do they have to bother? Right, okay, so this is for Pisces. What is the spirit code for? Whoa! What is the spirit code for Pisces? Right, Whoa, whoa, they're going right up. They're going all over. Please don't go all over. This is the last one. And Hendrik slept through the whole lot. Listen. Right, okay, so Pisces, spirit card for Pisces. Thank you, Lisa. Right, okay, I'm sorry about these. I always, like I say, I let them jump out, so... Hey, Steve, how you doing? Sorry, I haven't been reading the messages much today because I've really been having to just focus. The messages have been pretty heavy and intense. Come on. Pisces. Last one, Spirit. Last one. Ooh, who's got a secret crush on someone? I wish I had a crush on somebody. You know when when it's really nice when you have a crush on somebody. I don't have a crush on anybody at the minute. I really don't. And I'm like, no. Right, come on, Pisces. Right, okay, right. Then there's three. Right, okay, sorry about this. You can crush on me, I'm free. I mean, I do have a crush on Russell Brand, he's my screensaver, and he's my screensaver on my phone and on my computer and stuff, but that's like, yeah. Right, so there's two. So what were we doing? Pisces, weren't we? Right, okay. So for Pisces, there's two came out here. And the first one is your feminine aspect is awakening. Feel the goddess energy inside of you. She seeks acknowledgement and validation. New energies, insights, and opportunities are emerging. Wake up, embrace, and celebrate. And this is what I said, you're being called here. And there is a renewal here. And it is saying, that a change in scenery can result in renewed clarity and sense of purpose. Okay. So there you go. Exciting times, Pisces. I always love Pisces. I do like Pisces. Right, okay, so that's me done. An hour and 50 minutes in. So thank you all for being there, and I hope those messages made sense. Yeah, Russell is sexy and brilliant. Yeah, he's like unbelievable. Him and Bob Geldof. From being 4-year-old, I seen Bob Geldof, and then I was obsessed with him. So I've kind of got a type, I think. But yeah, so thank you for being there. I've really enjoyed them readings today, and thank you for staying there, because they did come. There was it was almost 2 hours there. I know some people don't like these when I talk in them or when I give the psychic messages or whatever, but this is the way I read, and the people that do get the messages, or that appreciate them, then thank you, because it's massively appreciated as well, that you like them. There's little Hendrix there. So yeah, so okay, I'm going to go now, and I'm going to have that much needed cigarette, I think. But if anybody does want a personal reading with me, please know that there is only next week. Once that's gone, there is no more availability until the new year, and I'm so sorry about that, but it's only, it's what I can do. But we do have Danielle, we have Rebecca, we have Emma, we have Crystal Healings. Yeah, I mean, all make absolutely great Christmas presents as well. I'm going to work on a thing where you could maybe, buy them for a Christmas present for somebody. Okay. Because it's great. What better way to tell somebody you love them than tell them what's going to happen in the new year? Okay. So have an absolutely fantastic day, night, Gemini, full moon as well. And please just write it out, because it's going to be powerful, but it's going to be massively, massively valuable, this one. Okay. So Sat Nam.